Debate of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're going to have a good Christmas. This is done a couple of days beforehand. Me, it's a bittersweet Christmas for me. But that's left for a Zanes of the View, if I'm ever going to do one. But this is about something exciting. And I'm sure a lot of people are not 100% excited about this. I am personally excited, even though I know, and I've said this already, TNA for at least 6 months is going to be nothing but shit. It is not going to be good. But if you take away from that aspect, this is actually quite exciting. TNA will debut January 7th, which is actually my son's birthday. I'm sure it's going to be between 9 to 11 p.m. because they didn't state the time was going to be a different time. That is not totally the surprise here. And it's going to be in New York City, in the Manhattan Center, which probably is going to be a whole bunch of airings after that. That's not the issue. The issue, that is a good issue, I believe, is TNA switching from Wednesday night to Friday night. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, dude, this is not a good thing. How many times has TNA moved now? They were originally on Thursday, now they moved to Wednesday, now they're going to move to Friday. This is going to confuse people who are already having a problem trying to keep up with TNA as it is and not being very clear about their shit. That's true. They're not being 100% clear. They haven't done anything on YouTube to really make it very clear other than a video vignette, which they should actually do something more substantial. Dixie should come out and say, not on Twitter, not on Facebook, but on YouTube where they can reach a lot of people. That should be where they should be doing their work. But we're not getting that. They're not like the WWE. They're not that far into it. It's a shame they're not. But let's take away from that. When it comes down to it, them going to Friday is actually a strategically good idea. Even if they did it by a botch or that Destination America themselves have decided we want you on Friday nights, deal with it. I'm hoping that they actually chose Friday night because they know WWE SmackDown is no longer going to be Friday, it's going to be Thursday. I'm hoping that that's their mindset, that they finally realize, okay, we're out of the darkness. Now we have a chance to be in the light. Let's switch it up. Let's take the spot of our competitors' minor product and let's build on top of that shit. That's what I'm hoping for, that they had that thought in their head. If they did, that's actually a wise move. A lot of people are used to seeing SmackDown on television on a Friday. Now it's going to move to Thursday. Of course, people are going to move to it, but not everyone keeps up with the product. You got Saturday Morning Slam, you got main events, you got Raw, you got superstars. They don't always keep up with everything. A lot of times they just stumble on it, some of them. But taking the spot of SmackDown, and if they sponsor it and advertise enough, could actually bring in a lot of disenfranchised WWE folk that are used to seeing SmackDown on a Friday. You know the reason why I'm saying that? Put it to you like this. There's a lot of people who work, and if they don't TiVo it or DVR it, I know TiVo is pretty old, if they don't DVR their stuff, they usually will watch it together as a family or friends together on a Friday night when they're off on their job the next week, this weekend that I'm talking about. Now that SmackDown is going to be gone, what are they going to watch in its place? What happens if they don't have the time to watch it? Maybe because of school, maybe because of their job, maybe they can't get their friends together. TNA could fill in that niche where a nice Friday night show could go. And on top of that, this is the best thing. You're now getting Josh Matthews as a new commentator for TNA. Josh may not be one of the best commentators. I know people are going to say, you actually believe that an old WWE commentator is going to be better than someone from ROH, or maybe Josh Matthews is any match for Jeremy Borage. Of course not. Josh doesn't have the amount of years as Jeremy does. Let's be honest, he doesn't. But it does not mean Josh is a bad call. And you never know. They may switch Taz out for a Todd. Maybe he may even be switched for Jeremy. I'm hoping that the dynamic between Josh and Taz might be much better than Taz and Mike Tenay. It may be much better. And then look at Mike Tenay. Mike Tenay has been a commentator for many, many years. At one point he was pretty good. Now he's a piece of shit. So give him a position where he doesn't have to be in front of the camera every single time. Let him go and do something that is being mentioned on the website. When they do the move from Wednesday at 9 to 11 to Friday 9 to 11, they're going to do a new show on TNA, which is, they're actually going to do 2 new shows. The first one is Impact Wrestling Unlocked. And it'll be coming on around, 10 in the morning. And it's going to be Mike Tenay talking about all the things that go on in wrestling in TNA. Which isn't a bad thing. He's not a great commentator anymore. Maybe he could be good as a narrator, explaining things. You never know. He could actually be good. The other one is at late night. I think it's from 9 to 11 as well on a Saturday. I'm not exactly sure about the time. But they're going to do the best matches of TNA on Destination America. Now that's something there. They're going to be bringing out 3 new shows. They're going to bring out TNA Impact. You're going to be doing Impact Wrestling Unlocked. And then you're going to be doing TNA matches, the best matches of TNA. I think that's what it's called. In the end, that's actually a great thing. If they'd be able to convince Destination America to bring Explosion maybe on a Monday night, then you can have or Tuesday night, you can do the gala of TNA. Let's say they do Tuesday night Explosion. Friday night will be Impact. Saturday morning will be their Unlocked. And then Saturday night will be the best matches of TNA. That's a perfect time to give people something to look at. Doesn't mean they'll get over. It's going to depend on how many people are actually watching Destination America. We don't know. But you know what? It's still something different. I'm going to give it to you like this, ladies and gentlemen, about TNA right now. I'm going to say it really clearly. There is no chance in green hell will Destination America have the same popularity as Spike right now. It's just not going to happen. Having TNA move to Destination America will not bring them up immediately. There is a good chance within 5 to 10 years, Destination America could be a very strong cable network. It can be. But right now, they're not going to do anything substantial. They've only been around 2002. They've only been around 2 years. Maybe in 5 years' time, 7 years after their launch, they could actually get some great traction. But right now, they don't got it. But TNA could be a special boom to them. TNA's not going to have the same popularity they have in Spike. It's just not going to happen. But if they build with Destination America, and Destination America does not screw them over like Spike did with Bellator and UHC and MMA, if it's just only them, they could build around their entire network TNA. Now that is stretching it, but I really believe it could actually happen. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, anything is possible in the industry that we watch in wrestling. Look at what happened in WWE. They basically could have been nothing but a regional promotion, but they managed to build themselves into an international juggernaut, even if they are very diminished. It doesn't mean they're dead. The diminishedness of their original product, which was like here in the 80s, let's say they're like here at 150%. They're like about 90%, right about here. But that 90% from 150% is still a huge share. It's not something you should be doing. They should be way above that. They should be like 130%. They can't ever get to the same strength they were back in the Attitude Era. But it doesn't mean they can't be stronger. Now with TNA, now that they're in a new network, if they do this properly and get past the 6-month mark from being nothing but shit, because it's going to be mostly retapes that have been done in November, possibly in December, into January and February. We won't know until those tapes have been completed unless they're going to actually do live shows. There's nothing about them saying they're going to do live shows. Maybe they will do something live, and if they do, they may get somewhere with it. At least most of the time. But tell me how you feel about TNA's new January lineup. Now, I hope you enjoyed this debate of the week. Please give me a comment below. I will be getting out my Raw review and another debate of the week as soon as possible. I'm going to try and build up as many of these debate of the weeks as possible. And I wish to say very clearly, thank you so much. For anyone who's been watching my channel, I have 102 subscribers right now. This is now getting personal. For me personally, I've been doing this for more than 2.5 years. And I know there's no guarantee I'll ever become popular or famous. I'm not asking for that. I just want to do something to better myself and get rid of my depression. I got some of it away, but I'm still depressed. I can't 100% get rid of it overnight. But I'm very proud of what I've done in this channel. And I thank you so much. You guys do not understand. I mean, you probably do. But you guys don't know how much it means to me that you guys even want to see my channel. Even if it's only 5 people, I'm honored that you wanted to see this show. And I have to say that in the beginning of January, I am going to try and change the show up with some new music, some new animations, and I would like your input when I actually do it. Right now, I got stuff to do, so I don't really have the time to do it yet. But in January, I will be trying to bring out some new content for the opening intro. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you have a good day and have a good night. Merry Christmas!